We're here.
Yep, we're here. No Terry tonight.
No Terry tonight. Size 10 podcast. Just me and Bjorn in the studio like the old days.
Yep.
I'm Nick Scalzone. You can find me on Instagram at Nick Scalzone Comedy.
I'm Bjorn RG. You can find me on Instagram at Skate Cub.
And what are we drinking, Bjorn?
Ooh, we're just gonna get right into it.
Yeah,
Welcome to Size 10.
Yeah, welcome to Size 10. We got to get right into our segments because we have segments.
I know, we got to get right into it. Can Check is our first segment, my favorite. I brought this one. I got this from a Plaid Pantry.
That's where the greats get their beer.
Yeah. Good spot for beer. I feel like the seltzers are kind of taking over, though.
I resent that because they're so
Remember
basic.
when Plaid Pantries were full of IPAs? Now they're just relegated to like half of a panel.
Yeah, they
of
only
a
get
fridge.
one thing. They're just like, yeah, here's the IPAs for you old
Here's
people.
900 kinds of
For
seltzers.
you people who can't get with the times and drink seltzer. All right, I'm gonna take a sip of this.
Yeah, get the
Cascade Lakes Brewing.
Get beer all over the microphone. This is Cascade Lakes Brewing Company Pineapple IPA. So
It tastes a little bit like pineapple.
7%, 371 International Bitter Unit. Can you read it?
37. No, it's 37, not 371.
Excuse
If
me.
it was 371, I think 371
I was
is
looking at the I as a
371 is eating hops. Actually, I think it's smoking
just
hops like it's
chewing
weed.
on it.
Taking hits of hops out of a bong.
It's not quite that bitter.
No, it's good. I like it.
Dude,
It's
this thing is solid.
37 is pretty low IBU for an IPA, and that's kind of my zone. I like a mild IPA.
This was hard for me to save because I was like, okay, don't drink these last two.
I already messed up. I bought a 6-pack like last week, and I had two aside.
Yeah.
And then I put them in the fridge.
Yeah.
It was too long. It was too long between pods, and
I
I
know.
just I drank them.
So I'm going to read what it says on the back because this is fun. Pineapple IPA, because this is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, dude.
We're stoked to offer this tasty IPA where the mountain pine aromas collide with the tropics. Flavorful hops blend with a splash of pineapple to create a party in a can.
Dude, that's rad.
Dude, rad. Like
I was in Bend this weekend. This is from Redmond, which is just north of Bend. That's where I got this T-shirt. I went to Blockbuster Video. And Blockbuster Video doesn't really, like, they do rent videos, but I think 99% of their business is dum-dums like me walking in and buying a T-shirt.
Yeah,
there
used to be a comedy show there. Did you know
at
that?
the Blockbuster Video?
At the last Blockbuster.
Huh.
They definitely. I know there was one holdout in Alaska for like a minute too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of merch at the one in Bend that had been sent to the one in Alaska, and then when it closed, all of that
came back.
It's like movie memorabilia. I think somebody wore it in a movie, and then it was donated.
There's a documentary on Netflix about it.
Yeah,
the whole Blockbuster thing, and there was like all these like save it, and so they set all these like famous people sent memorabilia
like to the one in Bend just to keep
to kind of help keep it open.
I mean, that one does a good business because all day long it's people doing exactly what Joanna and I did, which is roll in, get our picture taken in front of it, go inside. They're fucking cash only. So
were there even Blockbusters in Montana?
Yeah, there was one in Bozeman.
Yeah,
I never patronized it. We always went to Dylan Video growing up. Dylan Video, by the way, still in business. If you need to rent some DVDs or get a really like an off-brand cell phone plan, you can roll into Dylan Video in Dillon, Montana.
Dude, like I was on Alltel back in the day for quite a long time.
is they sell something called Alien Wireless. It's one of those literally like I don't even know what it is. It's like an off-brand of like the ones that get advertised on podcast. You know, like those.
Yeah.
It's like possibly a step down from a track phone.
Okay.
I don't know. It's the shit that my dad's friends always tell him about. Like, my phone bill's $2 a month. And it's like, yeah, but you have a fucking Nokia brick.
Dude, in 2012, when I moved, or 2011 or whatever it was, when I moved to Minneapolis,
Yeah.
I had like no money.
Yeah.
And so I actually went from a BlackBerry to a flip phone. I downgraded.
You probably got so much more done.
But no, I didn't need a smartphone because I had an iPod Touch, which is just an iPhone.
You were running that. That was the old school. That was
So
the hack there.
you
for a
could
minute.
all you needed was a Wi-Fi. And dude, even in 2012, in a major city, I was so rarely outside of a place that didn't have Wi-Fi. Like
That's
it was
true.
like I rarely needed to look something up. Oh, and I had a standalone GPS.
Oh, okay. So
I
you
had
had
that.
all the components of a smartphone just in 3 different
And
devices.
I remember I was that guy that was just like, yo, this is for my music, this is for my navigation, and this is for my telephone call purposes. I don't need it to be in one thing.
Dude,
I
if
want
it
it in
works,
3.
I suppose. My
But
dad got an iPhone this week.
Oh, really?
And it was the funniest phone call ever. He calls me up. He's at the Verizon store. I told him I found on Verizon that like the plans have changed. I was like, dude, I think we could save like $10 per line per month. Because like I send him some money every month, but I'm still on like the family plan.
Right.
So anyway, I was like, go talk to him if you're bored. And he's retired, so he's often bored. So he rolled in, and I think he did save some money, but he ended up upgrading from the flip phone that he's had for the last 12 years. To the iPhone 13 mini. It's like the newer version of what I
Okay.
have. But he told it to me in the tone of voice you would use, like if you're telling someone there was a death in the family. He was just like, Nick, I'm at Verizon. I'm going to get a phone. They don't sell the one that your mom has anymore, so I'm going to get the 13 mini. And it's $750.
Was he
Is
pissed?
that? Yeah, he was just like it was like he was defeated. He had to admit defeat.
Yeah.
The new phones won. He was like the last holdout
Dude.
with his smartphone. He was with his flip phone, just holding the line.
Dude, even in so
And,
I was
So
when
I kind of get it.
I get it, but I was that idiot that every once in a while I would take a step back and like save a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Because in college I like had like a Razor for a while.
Oh,
do you remember
yeah.
the Razor?
I remember.
Flip phone?
It was all the rage when
That
it came
was like
out. Motorola.
Yeah, the Motorola Razor. I had that, and then I got that one. That one got taken by a police officer while I was in the middle of getting arrested for drunken, disorderly. Because I was sleeping in somebody's lawn outside of the Molly Brown. Shout out to that bar we always
Shout out to the
refer
Molly
to.
Brown.
Oh, dude, I saw a guy in the store the other day wearing a Crystal Bar hoodie.
That's awesome.
I got very excited.
That's
Anyway,
fantastic.
that's another Bozeman bar thing. But so I'll tell the story really fast. The way my phone got taken, I was just blacked out, sleeping in someone's lawn. And I was in the process. They were like questioning me and they were going to bring me to like the drunk tank.
Yeah.
And my phone rang. And so I just answered it and started walking away.
That's some gangster shit. You were being questioned by the cops, and you're like, "Nah,
I gotta
hold on a
take
minute,
this.
officer. I
got a phone call.
Somebody's on the horn here, officer.
So I was just like,
Got business
hello?
to do."
Well,
You're
I don't.
like, yeah, you got Bjorn.
So
Is that how you answered it?
I was just like, hey, what's going on? You know, it was like,
Who was it?
it was this girl that I was seeing,
Nice.
or like I had just started, like we had gone on like one date, and then we didn't go out that night, and I
Oh.
just went buck wild that night.
Yeah.
And then she was like, hey, we can like still maybe hang out.
And you're like, that'd be great.
But
Could you come pick me up?
yeah, right. But
Don't
apparently,
worry
like,
about the cops. I
she-
got it under control.
so because I didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
She told me about this because she heard the cops say, "Hey, sir, you can't just walk away from us." and then she
Can't
was
just
like,
walk away from.
and then she the phone got taken and they were like, he's gonna need to call you back, and then hang up, and then I never saw that phone ever again. And then what ended up happening was like it was like this guy that I worked with.
Yeah.
He saw, like I didn't know him that well. He saw the whole thing going down. And so he swooped in and was like, hey, this is my friend. I'll take him home.
Yeah.
And so I got off with that. But the officer must have accidentally taken my cell phone.
But he probably did it on purpose. He saw it was a razor.
Well, he probably was pissed that I answered the phone when he was in the process.
You did disrespect his authority.
I was very disrespectful.
Yeah.
So the next day, though, I did go to the police station and asked about it.
On stage in Portland?
Yeah.
Because people buy you drinks because you disrespected a cop.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that's a good call.
Yeah, dude. I think this will pay dividends if you start telling the story.
The last piece of the story is that I went to the police station the next day to try to get my phone, and the person just laughed in my face. She was like, "What time?" And I was like, "I honestly don't." She's like, "Do you have a badge number?" And I was like,
somewhere
no.
Between 1 and 4.
And
on
she was
the
just
lawn.
like, "Yeah, that's your phone's gone, buddy." She's like, I hate to tell you." Like she's like, I'm not even gonna make a report. Like this isn't. Yeah,
it's
you
like
gotta.
the scene in Lebowski where he's asking about like when he finds his car and he's like, "You guys got any leads?" He's like, "Oh yeah, leads, dude. We got him working in shifts."
They're just like, no, we're not gonna.
Oh, fuck you.
So I ended up.
Oh, that's awesome.
I hope this is worth it. So then I ended up getting an old phone from my mom, but to go get it, I drove back to get it, and I was supposed to meet up with my sister in Missoula. She was meeting me at a certain time in a certain place because I didn't have a cell phone. So I just drove to Missoula.
So you just drove to Missoula and you're like, all right, meet me on the corner.
I called her from a coffee shop and was like, no, you need to meet me at this time because that's when I'm going to be there.
Meet me in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Behind the Michael's Arts and Crafts. And that's where it's going down.
Dude, I got there. Blue Civic. My sister was 3 hours late. 3 hours. I sat at that bagel shop or something, and she's like, "I'm so sorry. I texted you," and I was like, "Do you even remember what we were doing? You're giving me a cell phone because I don't have one."
It's like, yeah, there's now a cop in Bozeman who's expecting you.
Yeah, the officer in Bozeman. Oh, and the police officer that was arresting me was a regular from the coffee shop. That was another detail.
Oh, so he knew you.
He knew me. And that's how I was able to get off because he knew the other guy.
Oh, this is a good kid.
He would come through every morning, and I was always really nice. And so he actually knew who I was.
Yeah.
And the coworker reminded him and was like, I don't even remember his name. It was like, "Mike, hey, like this is Bjorn. You know him? Like what?"
Oh, and he was just like,
"Oh, shit." You know, and then we did have a running joke when I'd see him in the coffee shop again. He's like, "How's it going? You still hitting the sauce?" Or like, I don't know. It's just like some bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You still got my cell phone?" He's like, "Ha ha." And I don't know. He never really talked about it.
Because the son of a bitch stole your phone, dude.
He probably just
fucking took
new
your
phone.
Yeah. Razors were a big thing back then.
They were.
Yeah, he's probably his fucking kid wanted a razor, and he was, he's a public servant.
Yeah.
He doesn't make a lot of money, so like. He saw opportunity knock.
Absolutely.
All right, what shoes are we talking about, Bjorn?
All right, let's just get right into the shoes.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
What were you gonna do?
I was gonna. It's fine. This is perfect.
No.
We are talking about the Yeezy 350 V2 MX Rock.
MX.
So right now, I have all of the MX that
you're
are currently available. There's a
blue one that got delayed. For some reason.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm very aware of what I bet you. It's a supply chain, dude. It's 100%.
Yeah. They were too busy making stem players. What is a stem player, by the way?
I don't know.
It's some little gadget that costs $200, and it's the only way you can listen to the new Kanye album. And that's
player?
Stem. STEM.
I don't know anything about it, and
anyway,
it's not something...
Unlike the stem player, we have this. This is a nice Yeezy. I like it.
This is from a Get It or Forget It. We did do this one on Get It or Forget It.
This is the Yeezy you've been more excited about than any Yeezy so far.
Pretty much. So this was one I was really excited about when I saw it online. When I saw it in person, my excitement actually dropped a little bit.
I mean, it's kind of boring.
It is.
But I thought that's what you liked about it.
But that's what I like about it.
It doesn't get dirty.
I wore it today.
This and these. That's why I wore these brown Yeezys.
Yeah.
Because I was like, we're going to talk about brown Yeezys. I'll wear my brown Yeezys.
So, the story, it's the same story of my Stockx experience.
Mm-hmm.
I put in a low ass bid.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this is what I'm willing to pay.
What'd you get these for?
I think I got them for $240.
Oh, wow. So these are only 20 over.
Yeah, so
retail.
I only was like, I'll go 20 over. Yeah, so I paid 20, plus the Stockx fees and whatnot.
Yeah. So like $255 at the end of the day.
I did see these in a reseller, and they were sitting right next to the Belugas, which I was pissed because it doesn't even matter. I only entered 2 raffles and
Like
the,
you didn't
and
try
the confirmed,
as hard.
but I could have had other people also go for it because I saw these were coming out, and I was sort of just like, oh, okay, well, I'll pump the brakes. I'll leave those raffle things. It's fine. If I get them, great.
And then you saw the Belugas, and you're like,
I saw
I
them,
want those.
both of them next to each other, and I was like, oh, man, I really like those Belugas. But that is neither here nor there, and those are now worth, those are going for, 3 something.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, how is Boost Foam so soft in the Yeezys?
I don't know.
I think they use softer Boost in Yeezys.
You think?
In 350s? Yeah, because
I mean, it might be one of those things where they just, because it's going to be, a high, this is not a fact, tenors out there, but they might just, use a better quality or whatever.
I think they use a softer.
They're not using their the scraps on this one.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
They might use the best. Who knows?
Yeah, I think we should spread that.
I'd like
rumor.
to think that. Just
Anybody
because
who
they paid
listens
a
to this
lot of money for it.
podcast, pretend that's true and tell it to your friends.
So I think these are the most I've ever spent on a pair of sneakers. I think. I can't remember spending more than $240. I think that's the highest I've ever paid.
Okay. I believe that. I guess you haven't really bought any of your
No.
Jordans for resale.
No, I've gotten them either under or
on the app.
On the app, on the drop. So
And yeah, I guess you don't have any $250 to $300. $300, which is what I paid for these, is the most I've spent.
I just can't.
I think on a pair of. Oh no, I paid $335 for those ray guns.
Yeah, but that was for charity.
Yeah, that was
that went to charity.
Damn near wrote that off on my taxes.
That's
it's like investing. You
so
know?
Things I like about these, it does come down. I got the better size too, so these are 10s.
So these are 10 and a
These
half.
are 10 and a half.
Yeah.
I wore these all day, and they are kind of stretching out on that one on this one on my big foot. And they are comfy. They're really cushy. I like that they're a flex that, and I like that I can get these. I can probably get these a little dirty. And
you can beat the hell out of them.
And those it's not gonna be
those won't be like these. The moment you step in one puddle, they just look gross.
Dude, I was out walking my dog. Speaking of stepping in puddles, it was raining.
You walked your dog in those?
No.
Oh.
But I did see a guy while I was walking my dog in some Yeezys. They were just I couldn't quite tell because they were so weathered. They were the 350. They had the heel tabs, so the V2 or whatever. But they were just one of those solid, slight bluish tinge, so it might have been a gray. It was really hard to tell.
Just a solid color one though, like the sesame. Just a gray.
Yeah, I think they were either the gray or they were a slight blue. Blue hue to them.
Okay, but if they didn't have any stripes, that's they're either the white ones or the gray the sesame or the.
They might have been the gray ones or whatever, but he was in my building and he was out walking and I was like, oh, cool shoes, and then he also said cool shoes because I think I was wearing Jordans or something like that. But
nice.
It was funny. I was just I would never be wearing 350s today. It is raining so hard this morning. There's no way.
They are not a rain shoe.
You look outside. This is a shoe that any of these these or my not the NMDs. What's the other one that I have 3 pairs of now?
Oh, the Ultra Boost.
The Ultra Boost. Yeah, I'm not wearing those if it's
they're
raining.
If
it's currently raining,
they're all just knit like fabric.
it's should I wear a coat or should I wear a chunky sweater.
Yeah.
Like
Should I
that'll
wear
help me
a
with
literal
that'll help me with
literal sponge,
Yeah.
something that helps all the water stick to me.
Yeah, right.
Because that's pretty much what these things are in the rain, 100%. These are not bad in rainy weather. These are pretty durable.
Yeah, that I could see that.
Like these are one of my favorite pairs because I can beat the hell out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that I feel like as far as 350s go, that's like the 350 equivalent of these.
Yeah.
Like those are very wearable.
And a couple notes. I like that there's that like weird lace thing that they did with this one. I hate that. It comes untied constantly.
Oh yes,
Like
this one just has super regular laces.
Just normal laces. I'm really stoked on this. I actually am. And even like I said, I like the Beluga better, but so did everybody. So I'm not getting it. And so I had this weird experience. I keep having it happen on Stockx where I put a bid in, and I'm just gonna we don't normally like give like tips, but here's my tips for StockX. Decide what you are willing to pay for it. Put that bid in. If it's highest bid at some point, put that bid in, and then just set it or
let
forget
it ride.
Just let it ride.
Like that's worked for you twice now.
It did, but then they were not
one
real.
pair was fakes.
They must have been fakes, but
you also lowballed the shit out of that.
Lowballing the shit out of it, so it was like
and you put your bid at 69 to be silly.
Just for fun.
Yeah,
I was like, I want to get these Pride pair ones at 69. That's what I want to pay.
Ultra Boost for 69.
But dude, you just gotta let that shit ride, because like with these, I put them in at the 240. I got outbid. They start sending me all these messages like, "Oh, someone outbid you. Oh, here's the new ask." For like a straight week. It's good for 30 days. So just put it in there and then just forget about it. Don't up it. Don't do that. They want you to, but
they try to scare you into that.
Yeah, because here's how it works. Somebody outbids you, and then a seller, they accept it. You are now the highest bidder again.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even realize that until I won these. And then I was like, oh. And then I won those other ones, and they were fake. Or StockX denied them and gave me my money back.
Yeah.
But
StockX works, I guess.
Good
enough.
Like, all right.
Hate to have a fake pair of Ultra Boosts.
Ultra Boost. Like, who's sending out fake? That was the other thing. I was like, really? These are getting faked? But, dude, even that one, I put my bid in again on it, and it's gone back up. Like, that one's actually gone up. It's very weird. I don't understand why
must have ran out of fakes.
Here's how I found out about that one. I saw somebody in my building wearing them, and he's like, yeah, I got these from the employee store. So I was like, cool. And I tried to buy them. They were not at the employee store.
Yeah.
But I tried to find them online, and I couldn't because they're too old now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're last year's or whatever.
Yeah.
But I like them. They're colorful and kind of fun. And
I bet they dropped.
Dude, there was a guy at the car show
in June.
We went to the car show.
Yeah, we did go to the car show.
And
car show's fun.
I explained this exact thing to the Toyota rep because she was trying to buy some sneakers on StockX and she didn't understand it. And I explained how StockX works. And I was like, just put a bid in and let it ride. She's like, yeah, but it says that you have to pay this. I was like, no. Do highest bid. Like, you've got to bid on that. That don't be a
it
dummy.
works like old school eBay if you want it to. Remember old school eBay where you'd bid on shit and it was like fun and exciting and it helped people waste their money.
What's the last thing you bought on eBay?
Oh God, I bought something on eBay in the last couple of years, but it's like
I'll go first. I bought a Ratchet and Clank game that I couldn't find at anywhere.
Nice.
Like a used copy of a PlayStation 3 game that I wanted to play.
I guess I haven't bought something on eBay for like 3 or 4 years. At one point, I bought a set of wheels for my old Subaru off of eBay.
Oh, nice.
I bought a PlayStation 3 controller that worked for a month at best.
Yeah.
It was like, that was a fake. I guarantee it was a fake. Like, it came in full Sony packaging, but when you compared it to the actual Sony controller, it was like way chintzier.
That's wild.
And it fucking broke in a month.
Oh, that sucks.
It was garbage. I think that might be the last thing I bought on eBay.
Okay.
I go on eBay, like, every time I'm, like, looking for something, I'll go to eBay, but like it is not what it used to be.
No,
eBay had
really
its
isn't.
moment, and its moment was about 2004.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
No, Camera Gear is a great place to get stuff. The only thing
you kind
is,
of
though,
just gotta sort by used. Like you want to buy like used things from the owner on eBay.
The part that's weird, I've bought a lot of cameras on eBay, which is weird to think about. Like
that makes sense though, because isn't that a thing? Like photographers who are like way into it, they always get like the newest shit.
Right.
Because they're like using it for their job, and then they sell off their old camera for like.
But the thing is the cameras aren't like way less. They go for almost as much as they really hold their value. Like I was looking at for like the Terry Cam getting the same camera again. Yeah. And I was just like, oh my! It was only like $100 less to get a used version of it, and it was way too much. I'm like, sorry, Terry, you're not. I'm sorry, bud. We're not gonna do another $1,500 for your second ankle.
Yeah, did you guys hear that? That's what we're doing for you. $1,500 camera.
Well, I
4K, guys.
We aren't shooting 4K though.
They don't need to fucking know that. I can't tell. I
shoot 1080.
Yeah, they're watching this on a phone.
Dude, it takes like 8 hours to upload a video. Could you imagine what it would take if I was doing it in 4K? Oh my god, it would take me all day.
12.
I'd have to do it
many hours.
I'd have to upload days in advance and just let it ride. Like, oh man. So, dude, speaking of let it ride, we went skiing.
We did go skiing. I think we got to close out our shoe segment real quick.
Yeah. Let's close out the shoe segment.
So, Bjorn, these shoes here, these MX Rock Yeezys, I could see it going either way. I think I know, but, maybe I don't. Are these a pavement princess, or are you blowing the back out of these?
Dude, the reason that I went for these is because I wanted some like hype ass shit that I can just like cruise around on, and so these are definitely blow the back out. I'm blowing the back out on these. I don't have the drop.
I can't beatbox.
It's okay.
Try.
No, it sounded great. Yeah, I'd like to blow the back out on these, and that's what the plan was when I got them, and that's why I got them. And it almost like that I got these over the ones that I liked more, because I probably would have those have been pavement princesses.
Yeah, the belugas are definitely ones that would have been.
Because I would have been looking at them and been like, oh shit, I shouldn't be wearing these so much.
Yeah, you'd have watched them go up to be like $500 in value and be like, oh, I can't get those dirty.
So.
You can get these dirty.
Yeah. And I'm stoked because like I can get them dirty and they aren't going to like, it's not going to change the look. They're not going to like the dude, so. Yep,
I like that you're finally like stoked on a Yeezy though. It is fun. I'm glad that I wore you down. It's hilarious.
Well, it's the colorway. I've switched because of the colorway. Finally, they're doing colorways that I like. If that makes sense.
Except the Beluga 2.0 that you've just raved about was the original 350 V2 colorway.
Oh, was it?
It was the first ever 350 V2.
I had never seen
So they started with the colorway that you like a lot. So I think they've actually been doing colorways that you like.
Well, I
think I just wore you down.
I dug on them, and it did wear me down a little bit, and it just from talking about it, you talk about something enough, it's like it's like IPAs,
you gained a respect for them a little bit.
I did,
and you started to understand their
and shout out to
place.
the Falcone episode where he was talking about the designer, and I was like, oh, I've just started to like, and you know what did it? You know what did it? Is you making me buy those Ultra Boosts, and then I've just like worn the shit out of them. They look
so
gross.
Comfortable.
They look disgusting. I busted them out. I was like moving over the weekend, and I was moving in them.
You need a beat
and
up
I was
pair
like,
Ultra
I was
Boost
like
stuff.
looking at them, I was like, oh, these are just gross. Like,
but they're such a good shoe to beat the fuck out of.
I ran into my neighbor that I think is a sneaker reseller.
Yeah,
and he was definitely wearing the like. It was literally raining out, and he was wearing the crispiest, like just brand new, fresh out the box, just bread fours, like
your neighbor at your old place.
Yeah, my old place. My old place.
Yeah, didn't you say at your old place some people saw you like taking all your sneakers out? And they were like, oh damn.
Yeah, like they were like, oh, like seeing all the boxes. It's like all the Jordan boxes and all, because that was like one of the first things I moved for some reason. I don't know why. But no, there's I can talk about it now. I don't live there anymore. So I walk my dog, and so I just look into people's houses. You don't mean to. You don't mean to.
There's just a window open.
It's
and
nighttime.
You have
There's
eyes.
a window open, and it's like, oh damn, this guy has floor to ceiling Jordan boxes, and I'm not gonna not see those too.
No,
like,
I mean,
like. In this, I mean, it was like nobody else sees that. It was like an area that's just lawn,
Yeah,
like outside it. So the only people that are maybe looking in are residents walking their dogs, or I guess, or homeless
Or
people
like-
walking around,
or like a creepy guy
yeah,
who's
creepy.
just hanging out there, like, look at those shoes.
Dude, sometimes I feel so creepy walking my dog, or I'm just like,
I feel like
I'm
I feel like it's one thing to be walking by and just to like, there's a fucking window open and you just kind of glance.
yeah.
It's a different thing to like stop and pause and be like, hey, like that's that's
Yeah.
I feel like most people, like if somebody just does that, I'm gonna be like, yeah, fucking looking around. But like if you're
Also-
staring in for an hour.
Well,
like, then you're
I mean, it's hard to not see a floor to ceiling, like an entire wall that's like 2 or 3
Yeah.
deep
yeah.
of just Jordan boxes.
I'll be honest, when I take walks around my neighborhood, like, and there's windows open, I don't really look for like who's in there or what's in there. I'm just kind of trying to figure out like what kind of apartment is that, because I just like to know like what kind of apartments are around my neighborhood and then speculate on what they cost, or like go on Zillow and find out like what
What they
outrageous
cost.
amount of money is being
Dude,
charged.
we went on a walk
I'll just be
today.
like, there's a fucking studio that's on the ground floor that literally opens out to the world. I hope you're getting a deal. That sounds terrible.
Dude, I had a place in Minneapolis. We were like kind of on the ground floor,
Yeah.
and everyone always thought we were the office.
Yeah.
Like it happened. I have no
Dude,
idea.
there are
They would
those
knock. They were
apartments.
like,
Why?
they'd be like, "Oh, are you not the office? I have a tour today." I'm like, do I like?
What,
I got
does
up off
this
the
look
couch.
like-
You looked in the window and saw me get up off the couch.
I'm sitting here playing fucking Call of
I
Duty,
know,
bro.
like, like what? Hello?
Yeah.
No, we're not the office.
So you guys took a walk around the neighborhood, or?
Yeah, we took a walk around the neighborhood. Dude, I love my new neighborhood. Closer to downtown. It's like really fun to like walk around now. It's
Yeah,
less
you probably
sketchy.
have like
There's sidewalks everywhere.
yeah,
so I can
and there's
just,
like a million restaurants you can walk to.
which is not good for the wallet.
No,
but,
no, as
and like
as
food
a person
trucks and
who lives in like
Dude.
the restaurant neighborhood
I mean.
in this town, I can tell you it's you spend more.
Well, so now my
But it's
office
yummy.
now my office is in your neighborhood, and my house is in another one of
In
those
another
neighborhoods.
nice
So
restaurant
like
neighborhood.
my whole life is now in like nice, except for we come back to the studio.
Yeah, we come out here just to remind ourselves, you know.
How far we've really come.
Yeah, we just are like, yeah, you guys we got to keep working hard, you know. End up back out here.
All right, should we talk about skiing or
Yeah, let's talk
or
about
should we talk
skiing.
about the bet?
Let's talk about both. But,
Okay,
but we brought up
skiing.
skiing. So we went. Yeah, we did
Dude,
go skiing.
we went
took,
skiing.
we took Paul and Joanna.
Yep.
They took a lesson, and we did some laps,
Mm-hmm.
and
Dude,
it was fun.
I took a picture. So I bought Paul that snowsuit.
Oh
And
yeah,
I took
yeah.
a picture and sent it to some people, and they were like, "Wait, so he skis?" And I was like, "No." They're like, "Well, he looks like it." I was like, "Well, I dressed him."
Yeah.
I bought his snowsuit. I gave him his gloves and his like. I dressed him, and he looked good. He looked like
yeah.
he knew what he was doing.
Did he have fun?
He had a great time.
Okay.
Well, and here's the thing. I remember as a kid, having a snowsuit was the best when you're learning how to ski because you're falling all the time.
Yeah, because when you crash, you don't get wet.
You don't get snow in your pants and like up in your coat or like
Yeah.
you gotta do the snowsuit. Snowsuits are just fun anyways. Like I forget because they
Yeah, I
kind of went out
haven't
of
had a
style for a minute.
snowsuit in like a hot minute. I think I had one when I was a little kid,
Right.
dress up like a Teletubby, basically.
Yep.
But yeah, I haven't had one in a long time. I think what we used to have was the bib snow pants instead of just the pants snow pants.
Yeah.
Like I used to have the snow pants that were the bibs,
Mm-hmm.
like overall type
Yeah,
of
totally.
situations. So those, when I switched to like regular snow pants, that's when like I would crash and I'd get snows smashed everywhere, and I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cold, you know.
Yeah. Dude, I gotta say this story.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, My mom bought me like a really expensive. I don't know what. All I know is it was expensive. My mom kept telling me how expensive it was. It was like
a snowsuit,
Eddie Bauer or like one of those like
Helly
bougie-
Hansen,
Not
or
Helly Hansen. It was like one of those like
Arc'teryx.
no. Those don't even. They didn't even exist. Those didn't
Patagonia?
even exist yet. Maybe Patagonia. Might have been Patagonia.
So like Patagonia tier
yeah.
snowsuit.
It was, yeah, snowsuit.
Okay.
Teal, puffy.
Nice.
So like,
So you
was-
looked like a
I picked it out of a
teal penguin.
yeah.
Just and you were a little kid.
I
How old were you?
was in like maybe first or second grade.
Okay, so you're just a little munchkin there.
Little kid. I was so excited.
Yeah.
Like I picked it out of the catalog. My mom ordered it. It was like my main gift for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So hyped. I wore it to school one time and everybody made fun of me all day, like to the point where I was like crying and my mom had to come pick me up.
Oh no.
And then I refused to wear it ever again, and my mom was so mad because she said she spent a lot of money. I have no idea what a lot of money was at the time because I was
You're
so
6
young.
years old. 6 years old, you don't have a concept
Oh my
of
god!
money. You
They were
just
calling me Teletubby. They were calling me, and then they were calling me fat because it was like puffy.
so puffy.
So it was like, and
But
I
you
loved it.
You were 6 years old. You can't be fat at 6. I guess you can.
You
but
can,
like,
but I wasn't
there are
chubby.
fat 6-year-olds, but like not in Montana. They're
But
not.
man, that was like half a year that I had to live down. Like people were just calling me fat and just like fatty and like.
Jesus.
Like I got called fat for
Give
like
you a fucking
months.
complex.
Like for months after wearing the snowsuit to school one time. Oh, it was awful. And I
Dude.
just remember my mom was like, I refused to wear it. I wouldn't put it on. And then my mom was pissed because she was like, well, now we got to go skiing and you won't wear the snowsuit that I spent all this money on. I have to buy other stuff.
Fucking kids are the worst,
Like,
dude.
Oh,
They're
so
awful.
yeah, kids are awful. And that's my snowsuit story. And I
Yeah.
didn't have another snowsuit
That's
until
the
I was
problem with being that
in
young.
high school.
Is that like if it looks goofy, it just looks goofy. Like if you're an adult and you're wearing something goofy but it's expensive, then people are like, that looks ridiculous, but it was $1,000. So
Yeah.
this guy's a fucking baller. He deliberately looked like a goofball just to flex on me.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get away with just dressing like an idiot.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Well, the snowsuit is always kind of a risk, you know? Because
No,
it
it's a
really
bold
can.
move.
It's a bold. It's a bold move.
I think
B, it can kind of go either
the
way.
one thing when you said snowsuit,
when I told you,
what you got for Paul was like, it's a snowsuit, but it's like a modest one, and it's like army green.
yeah,
And so it's not. It's
I'm
not
a dum
obnoxious.
dum. I'm not a dum dum. See, I would buy an obnoxious
When I
one
heard
because-
snowsuit, I thought like 80s, like those
They had
ski
those.
movies.
They had those.
like the goofy ski movies
yeah.
from the 80s. Like that's
100%.
what I was thinking.
Dude, I had a pink one of those in high school.
Like pink and yellow.
Yeah, it was like pink with like other stripes. It was like, I think it was actually a snowmobile suit. It wasn't
Yeah.
even like a ski suit. It was, and it was super tight. Definitely a women's one.
Mm.
And my friend and I would just wear it all the time. But here's the thing: when you're good,
Yeah.
you can do wild shit.
Yeah,
like
when
that.
you're good, then like the Gaper Day is fun when
Oh,
you're good because you
so
just
fun.
dress like a goon, but then you're tearing it up.
But then you're just hucking, and
Yeah.
people are like, oh shit.
Like we got to do a Gaper Day with them, like in May or something. Like when it's like full spring summer skiing, like warm. You can wear like goofy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
We got to rally up to like Timberline or something and
I'd
do a
love to
Gaper
do that.
Day.
That'd be
That
super
sounds
fun.
like a good time.
like go like shirtless and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to do an update on. We did the
We
bet.
did a bet.
We did that bet, or we wagered. We did a wager.
Yeah, it was a wager. We had the game where we did the silhouette.
Yeah, which
and,
we'll bring back. We're gonna do that again.
Silhouette.
Silhouette.
Yeah, we're gonna do silhouette again, and we'll come up with a new bet or something.
Dude, people had fun with that on the Instagram. We put it on there. A lot of
Yeah.
people people were getting them right, but some people did not get them right. There was a couple that nobody got. I don't even remember which one it was.
Well,
it was like the dunk or
the ones
something.
that we got wrong, like once you could see them when you saw them only as a blacked out silhouette, they could be anything.
I know.
Like to be completely honest with you, they were tough
Yeah, they were really tough.
because they were super generic shoes.
Now, is that saying that like shoes aren't that different, or
No, because you can have a silhouette, and then once you see it in the
that's
color
true.
blocking and the design past the actual silhouette. Because if you look at just the silhouette, like a Dunk High and a Jordan 1 High are somewhat actually they're different in silhouette. They're the same without the silhouette. Like the design is very similar.
Yeah.
So that's a terrible example. But like the Dunk Low, and
some
the
of them
Kill
are tough.
Shot,
Yeah.
and the fucking 10 other low top sneakers, the Adidas Stan Smith, the Adidas the Shell Toes, like all of those just from the side in just the silhouette with all blacked out are gonna look the same. But then you know what you do with them later.
Yeah.
They look different.
So
anyway,
we tied, and then we decided for the tie we were just gonna both do everything.
Yeah, we each lost the bet basically. So
which was a weird way of going about it in retrospect.
Right, but the whole point of this was to create content, right?
Right.
Because we're influencers and content creators, and so as influencers and content creators, we have to create content all the time, and you're welcome. So yeah, what was our bet, Bjorn?
So
what did you have to do?
I
also had to do it.
I had to bowl a league day with a house ball, with a 6-pound house ball.
And was that difficult for you?
Oh my God. Well, here's what was hard about it. They don't make one. They don't make one for my finger. Our finger size.
No, my hand is I have very long, majestic fingers, and so it was like I got a big.
I'm saying just girth,
look,
girth alone.
I get almost all the way around this can, you guys. I got quite the hand on me. You know what I'm saying?
We have the same size hands.
I'm saying silly shit. That's the point of this podcast.
I love it.
Anyway.
But it was
it was like all three of those holes were like right here.
We could barely get our fingers in there. But it's a 6-pound ball, so it didn't really matter that much. It just kind of hurt.
It did. You know what happened is I tried to throw it with two
stuck.
hands, and I did that one time, and I rammed the fucking thing right into the floor, and I had a bruise on both of these knuckles for like 4 days. Like it literally, there was a bump here and a bump
jammed
here.
them?
Like I smashed them into the fucking ground.
I mean, at the same time, it was fun.
It was fun.
It was really fun.
I enjoyed
My
it a lot.
favorite part, I can't remember his name, but one of the other teams, we had just played him.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Are you guys bowling with a 6-pound? Why are you doing that?"
Yeah, we did have to say lost a bet to a lot of people.
To a lot of And we were we playing like one of the top teams too?
We might have been.
They were like really good, if I remember correctly. And so I bowled the first game on 90.
What we ended up doing is only bowling one game because we realized that our fingers were gonna hurt really bad.
Right.
And
it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it was just not worth it. And we were gonna throw our score so bad that we could be accused of cheating.
Because it would lower
At least that's
my
what we
handicap.
thought. At least that's what we thought. Because I bowled a 126, which is like 15 over my average. So, I mean, some of us just make lemonade out of whatever lemons we're handed.
Yeah.
And others of us...
I just couldn't pick up spares. I was struggling to like...
I was like super accurate with that ball.
Oh.
Somehow the accuracy with that ball, I got it down. It was just, for me, it was just the fact that the ball fucking bounces off the pins. Like a ping pong ball.
Because it would like, you'd hit it and it would just like bounce off and you just hope
both of
that
us
the pins...
actually had our accuracy pretty good.
Yeah.
And it was just a matter of like, we just boink and bounce off the pins and then leave a couple, and then you'd go and you'd still hit one of those but not both of those.
But yeah, that would be like, it was just not quite enough to like push through a lot of those pins.
Yeah.
Because I literally throw a ball that's twice the weight.
Yeah, yours is a 14-pound ball, which is more than twice the weight. Mine's a 12, which is exactly twice the weight.
Exactly. Mine's like a ball and a half.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, so we definitely...
So I threw like a 90, and then we decided, but it was fun.
It was fun. It made me want to get like a 8 to 10 pound
like house ball or
like spare
spare
ball,
ball,
like a plastic ball, like an 8-pound plastic ball drilled perfectly. Because I was like,
So then
that
you
would
could
be
just-
the spare ball.
You could probably do the same. You probably want to go a little heavier so that it has a little carry through the pins.
No. For like when there's one pin left, and
Yeah.
all you got to do is hit one pin. Like just the accuracy I got when I didn't have to spend any muscle at all lifting the ball. When the ball was like
You could do
damn
it with
near weightless.
Dude, you could do it with a 10-pound though.
I could, but
probably
I
do the
could do
same
it better
thing.
with an 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. The accuracy of the 6-pound ball was impressive.
Yeah, I was not. I was throwing it like across the lane. It was like, God damn.
I think that the fingers fucked me up a little bit, but I kind of just figured out a release that worked for me,
Yeah,
and I started hitting them.
yeah. I hit one pocket strike, like a legit, like curved it into. I like got it to like hook into the pocket.
You did get it to hook just ever so slightly.
Like, and did hit one pocket strike. Then, other side of it, the other one was we had to do a bearskin jockstrap photo shoot.
We did do a jockstrap photo shoot
We did that here
in the studio.
in the studio. That was fun. I haven't posted those photos. Well, they'll be up by the time this airs. But yeah, because that pair that I got you
Mhm.
is out as of today.
Oh,
It
okay.
dropped today.
So that photo's gonna go up like this
Soon.
week.
Yeah, it'll go up this week.
Okay,
Those
that's
photos
awesome.
will go up this week.
Nice. I'll be keeping an eye on my followers.
Yeah, you're gonna get it, dude. So I posted
Mm-hmm.
posted the picture, one of the pictures. I posted the video, the strike video.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a fucking douche or whatever. Like, I don't want to post the one of me like sucking.
You don't
want
to post your actual score. You post
shot.
the one strike
The
out of
one
out of
good-
13 throws or 12 throws or whatever. 25 throws.
Yeah, I posted the one strike.
That's fair.
And
I got
posted
2
the
strikes.
one.
2 strikes. For
Dude,
me.
it's like one of my
1, 2.
most liked posts. It's like clearly I know what my audience is looking for.
Is a
My
guy,
1,000 followers.
guy hitting the.
They want to see me hitting strikes and striking poses. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Wait, did you post the underwear picture?
Yeah, I posted. It was a twofer. You know, I posted the video. And
Oh,
then me
okay, yeah.
posing in here in the jockstrap.
Yeah, okay, I remember that post.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe I'm going to post on my personal a picture of me in a jockstrap, but I think it's very funny that it will be on the bearskin.
I'll be honest. I realized it's actually the first time I posted a picture in the jockstrap. I've never posted that. I've only done boxer briefs.
Well, the jockstrap leaves very little to the imagination.
I want to
It's,
know your here's why I'm bringing this up. I want to
Yeah.
know your thoughts on it as a straight man.
As a straight man, on the usefulness of the jockstrap.
No, just the comfort level. Because
Okay.
if you use offer code size 10 at checkout, you get 10%
Yeah,
off.
bearskin.com. We're both wearing the hat. Great hats, by the way. Buy a hat if
Yeah,
you order from
we've
Bearskin.
got extra large
They
sizes.
they fit great. Lovely hat. I will say the jockstrap, not an article of clothing I intend to wear pretty much ever.
Did you wear it for your girlfriend?
I haven't
did
yet.
Did you model it for her?
I haven't yet. It's somewhere in my
She's
house.
gonna like it.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
and that's probably why you haven't worn it, right? It's because you know. Because all of my straight friends that I've literally sent them to straight friends,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Yo, I wore this for my girlfriend, and she was so hyped."
Okay, I gotta wear it for. I honestly, I just like forgot.
It's like dude lingerie. It's awesome.
Okay, I'll wear it. I'll let you know the results. I'll give you the abridged version. You know,
Because you sent I believe
Keep
you
it
sent the
clean.
photos to her.
I did. I sent her a couple of photos, and she definitely rolled her eyes a little bit. She's like, "Oh, I saw." So anyway,
They're pretty comfortable though.
they
right?
aren't uncomfortable. I thought they were gonna be uncomfortable. It looked like it would be uncomfortable, but
Right.
it's not. Now, it also is like literally just a dick pouch with a
Yep.
waistband and 0 other things. Like it's a backless
Mhm.
cock pouch.
Yeah.
And so,
Because you didn't play sports.
no, I did not play sports.
It's like a sports thing.
Is that a sports thing?
That's what a jockstrap is.
Oh, okay. But you wear that like over your underwear, and it has like a plastic protective cup.
Yeah,
right?
usually you put the cup inside it usually.
Right. I had one of those for Taekwondo for a little bit, and
Mm.
I pretty much never wore it because I didn't do any like sparring where I was gonna get kicked in the nuts. I just kind of did the katas where you just like dance. And,
cute.
Yeah, yeah. So for a straight man, I did about the gayest fucking taekwondo you could do. I just did a nice dance.
I'm just here to do the dance
I
part.
I was just there to express myself through movement.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's what happens.
So yeah, honestly, I should have been wearing just a bearskin jock while I did that, and it would all fit.
It would have made sense.
Yeah. So
I'm proud of you for going for it, because a lot of people are like unwilling to do that.
Those people are pussies, or care about their career
or care about their future. Like you go to get a job, they're like, so
anything we need to know? Well,
where's this photo?
I did this picture. There's about 100 episodes of me just saying fuck on YouTube for an hour each time, and then there's this picture of me mostly naked, just in a just got the littlest, tiniest little piece.
Do you think that's gonna affect your career at all? I don't.
No, I think if it does,
It's
then I didn't
tasteful.
want to work for that company
Yeah,
anyway.
that's
like
how
if a
I
company
think.
is mad at you for taking a hilarious underwear picture
Yeah.
for your buddy's underwear company,
Yeah.
as a bet that you did on your silly podcast,
Mm-hmm.
then they're a little bit uptight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, I was trying to become
kind of got
Big Brother.
the stick.
I was trying to become a Big Brother, and there was like a moment where I was like, oh shit, there's like so many pictures of me in my underwear on the internet that I'm like unable to scrub. Like it's just like
certain careers.
I don't
careers
know
that could,
if I could do that. Like, cause you could definitely find that.
Right, but I mean, I think for you it makes sense because you literally run an underwear company.
Yeah, like
So,
I
like,
own the company, so it's sort of like
Yeah.
it's not porn per se.
No,
a
it's
very fine line.
Very much not porn.
That's the thing about like our brand is I've always wanted it to not be porn.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
Well,
like
it isn't. It's underwear.
it's underwear,
Porn
but like
is images
really-
or pictures of naked people and people fucking, and neither of those are the things that you peddle.
no.
You peddle almost naked people,
But it's such a
But in
line
the-
that you
but it's in the interest of selling
True.
garments to prevent nudity.
Yeah,
You're actually
I'm
actively preventing nudity.
preventing nudity.
Yeah.
Bearskin.com.
If
We prevent nudity.
We prevent nudity. The first step you take to no longer be nude.
Yeah.
The first step you take toward decency
It's
is putting on a pair of fucking underwear.
Yeah, I
And
like
now,
that.
do you want to do that in comfort? Do you want to do that with sustainable bamboo and mesh under your nuts?
or nothing under your nuts.
Or nothing under your nuts
Under your
and
ass.
asshole and actually like 95% of everything? You can do that at bearskin.com/size10.
See, if
Link
it was
in the description of the YouTube video for the 10% off.
I think if it was like a lot of people like here's the thing. Jockstrap,
Yeah.
it doesn't like it's different than a thong. It's not a
Mhm.
thong, it's a jockstrap.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't I don't know. Like you would have been uncomfortable in a thong probably because you've got like all that it's a very uncomfortable experience.
Yeah, it sounds like it could potentially
But
be.
when nothing it's like it's almost like you're not wearing anything. It's weird.
Yeah, the jock
Yeah.
was, I will say, it was like much more comfortable than I thought it would be. That being said, emotionally it wasn't that comfortable.
I loved how like the next day we were like looking at the photos around Joanna and Paul, and we were just like, oh, we look like so fat, and they were just like, listen to you guys, I'm so fat.
Oh my god, I'm
Like,
so
I
fat.
need to work out.
But I fucking do need to work out though.
Dude,
If our listeners want to see how much both of us need to work out,
can
follow
know.
Bearskin on
Bearskin.com.
Instagram. You'll
we're gonna
find
be
out.
posting those photos very soon.
And scroll through.
Was there anything you said you did something this weekend?
Oh, I went fishing this weekend. Joanna and I went fishing down near Bend, and then we
How
went
did
to.
that go? Because we were talking about this
Yeah.
when we were skiing. How like you kind of were like Black Diamond introducing fishing, right? Because we were talking
Yes.
about like if you have kids, because I have this fear too. Because I want kids, but like I'm worried. I'm a little worried that they aren't going to be into the shit that I'm into.
Yeah.
You know, Like they're gonna have the dopest children's sneakers. Like that's definitely
I
happening.
know. If I have kids,
It's like-
their kicks are gonna be dope.
So
yeah.
but it's like you hope that they're into the stuff that you're into.
Right, and you have to introduce it in like a easy, fun way.
And
So-
yeah.
Yeah, and we definitely went to a difficult river.
Okay.
But I think the main thing I did was repeatedly tell her how difficult this river is
Okay.
and how like
While
we're
she's
going
doing?
for the weekend, not just for the fishing. Because we went to the Metolius River. If anybody's
Well, because I think also it's different with
Curious.
adults and kids, though.
that's
Because
true.
adults
'cause,
are
like,
just
we're
like
grown adults, so
Yeah,
it's like
when you're an adult, you're just like, wow, it's so pretty out here. And
That's
when I
the
was a
thing.
kid, I was like, I don't care how pretty it is. I just want to get extreme. Like,
right. Like the
you know?
Metolius River is probably one of the prettiest rivers in the country.
Mhm.
Like it literally bubbles out of a spring in the ground. So year round it is gin clear. Like there's waterfalls that are
I've never
bright
heard
blue.
gin clear. Like,
You've never
like,
heard gin clear?
No.
That's
What's that
what
from?
Fucking people gin.
People say it like the
Yeah.
like the booze.
Gin is
We don't have any gin.
clear. We don't.
Like
It's creme de cacao clear.
clear. Damn girl.
Anyway, it's
you don't
fucking
want it
gin clear.
Maker's Mark.
No, you don't. That's spring
Maker's
runoff.
murky.
Yeah, that's that spring runoff right there. Anyway, it's clear, crystal clear, beautiful water. It's in the forest. It's in like a ponderosa pine forest on
sick.
the east side of the Cascades, like between the Mount Jefferson and Bend. It's like a lovely place to be. And so that kind of makes up for the fact that it's really technical and difficult to fish.
Mhm.
The crystal clear water makes it hard because like the fish are gonna see you, and unless you're like a really
Oh.
good fly caster, they're gonna hear it hit the water, and so it's just a whole thing of like you got to get the weight right and get it right down at the depth where the fish are. It's like a whole fucking thing. And if you're like actively learning the fly cast at the same time you're fishing this river, it's an uphill battle.
Oh, okay.
It's an uphill battle for me, and I'm a good fucking fly fisherman.
Mhm.
Like I didn't catch anything this trip either.
Oh, really?
I spent 80% of my time kind of watching Joanna and teaching her to fly cast, but I
Mhm.
threw plenty of casts and I didn't fucking catch anything. So it was fine. We stayed in a nice it was like with a bunch of my fishing friends. We rented a couple of houses at Black Butte Ranch, which is this expensive like golf resort with hot tubs and all this shit. And so we
You had me at hot tubs and golf and shit.
it's a golf it's like a golf resort with hot tubs. So like
That sounds amazing.
we went fishing from like 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then we went and sat in a hot tub. Then we went and like had a dinner with the whole group. Like everybody brought something. We played cards and had a couple
What
of
card game?
we played, what was it called? Something joke. It was basically Cards Against Humanity, but a
Oh.
twist on it. It was one of those type of games.
Oh, okay.
You would draw like one card. There were like all these cards, and you draw one. It was like you basically made a string of 3 cards, and it had these 2 little guys talking to each other
Mhm.
and saying just like inappropriate shit.
Of course.
And so it was like a Cards Against Humanity thing where it'd be like something, 2 guys looking at each other, and then like one of them has a boner, and then you start it with like, I'm 11 years old or something horrific like that, and then it's it's fucking Cards Against Humanity type of humor.
Gotcha. Fun.
Yeah. Lots of boner and pedophile jokes.
Lots of boner and pedophile, and then Hitler's thrown in there.
Yeah,
sometimes, too.
absolutely. Why?
Like every
What's
once
a
in
game
while.
like that without Hitler?
Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get that
someone
from you.
has Hitler's boner as a card, and that's like, yeah, it's just a silly ass game.
Yeah.
So it was
some
like a
stuff.
fun weekend, and like we fished Saturday, then Sunday we went to Bend, walked around by the river, saw some deer, saw some geese, went to the last Blockbuster, bought shirts.
Butt shirts.
Be Kind, Rewind.
Yo, I got this bait shirt.
Yeah, you got a Street Fighter shirt.
Yeah.
Or
So Bait did
hoodie?
a collab with Street. Well, they have like a bunch of Street Fighter.
Yeah,
stuff. They
yeah.
have all these Street Fighter sneakers that are sick. Like, they have one for each one of these characters that's on here.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if you played Street Fighter, but there's like
Not real-
Chun-Li,
Mhm.
Ryu. I'm saying it weird. Yeah. Anyways,
What
they
are the
each have
sneakers?
their Adidas.
Oh, okay.
And they're sick. You should go down to downtown, dude. So we
I've
went.
been to Bait.
I'm gonna.
These are from Bait.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, I guess like if you're listening this far and you're into sneakers, like I got some like insights into it. So we went there because Paul took his first L on the sneakers app.
Yeah,
and
those
was
like tie-dye
super
dunks or
bummed.
whatever.
Yeah, he really wanted those. And I was just like, it's just how it goes. It's fine. Like, yeah, we're probably. I even told him, I was like, we're probably not gonna get them, but we'll see. So he took an L, super bummed. And then, like, a couple hours later, I was, like, on Instagram, and I saw that they had them in stock.
Yeah,
and
Bait
I was
will
like,
do that. They'll just do first come, first serve.
I was like, yo, we could just go to Bait. So it was like after work, we went down there. There was nobody in there.
And they had them.
And they just had them. They had, like, I don't know if they had a full size run. He actually didn't size up. So
that's
that
how I
might
got
have been
the
a problem.
Stockx. That's how I got the Yeezy Stockx. I took an L in the morning before work. This was before the pandemic, so I was working in the office the whole thing. I woke up early. I went on my laptop. I went to adidas.com because that's where Yeezys dropped back then, and took the L. And then I went to work. And then when I got off work, I called Bait Portland. I said, do you guys have the Yeezy Stockx? And they're like, yeah, we've got them. I was like, do you got size 11? And they said, yeah. And so I was like, okay, cool. I'll be right down. And I came in. I fucking bought them.
That's what we did. And he was so stoked. The best part of the whole experience, though, was we went to like a food cart. These dropped that morning.
Yeah.
And we were like at one of those places eating. I don't know what I was wearing. I don't know, some Jordans or something like that. And he's wearing those. And there was this dude that I just saw. It was just like, it was like a dude like looking at a chick with like big tits or something. His jaw was on the floor and he was staring, just like hard stare, just like couldn't believe that he's wearing the sneakers that came out today. I mean, he was wearing, I don't know, he was wearing some like weird, I thought they were Delta 1s. They were some other weird Jordan.
Yeah, like Jordan. He was a guy that probably was into sneakers. Obviously was into sneakers. But he's like, how's he already got those? How's he already? Today?
And he's like, just wearing them out to a food cart.
That's awesome.
And I told him that later, and he was just like, oh, it's like such a flex. It was awesome. Yeah. It was really cool.
That might be like his hypest pair that he's gotten so far. Right?
Probably, yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Because those sold out pretty quick. I mean, and they aren't like, if you go on StockX, they're not going for crazy
can Paul
numbers,
wear those to work? Like, does his work have a dress code where he has to wear like dress shoes, or can he wear cool kicks?
He can wear cool kicks if he wants to. He usually wears like Pradas and stuff.
Like his Gucci's.
Yeah, or his like Gucci slides and stuff. He listens to this podcast too. It's funny. Anyway, but yeah, that was a fun experience, like going. And then I was there, and I was like, I liked the Adidas. I had just moved like a couple days earlier. I just moved all my sneakers, and I just like was like, I don't need
you just
more
took
sneakers.
Inventory, and you're like, dude, I got a problem.
I have like all of the boxes on a rack, and then I just have like a pile in the corner of our spare bedroom.
Yeah.
It's just overflowing with sneakers. I'm just like,
I have my sneaker box pile in my room is literally like 8 feet tall. I don't know how high my ceilings are, but 1 foot less than that.
1 foot less.
That's the first pile. The second pile is like 2/3 that high. It's like in the way of the window controls. I've got them all in one corner. I built a tower of them because I rearranged my house. I gotta
figure something out.
Dude, we have
like
enough
35.
shoes that when I put that March Madness bracket together, just shoes that we've done on this podcast, we could fill out all 68. If we include Terry's 2 pairs, 34 are just you, 32 are me, and 2 are Terry. Of the shoes we've done on this podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like our March Madness bracket has the same number of shoes as there are actual teams in actual March Madness, which is 68. Not because I know that, because I'm a real man that likes sports. I'm apparently not. I had to Google that, and so that's how many there are.
But this is a good segue. Let's promote what we're going to be doing on our social media.
We'll probably be getting out of here in a minute, but like, we're going to do a March Madness bracket of all of our shoes, and we're going to have all of Bjorn's on one side and all of mine and 2 of Terry's on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to narrow it down to Nick or Terry's best pair. But
Based on your votes.
But it's going to be one of mine. And, sorry.
Ooh,
Terry.
somebody's confident. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
fine.
I hope they listen, and I hope they're like, fuck him and his attitude, and they make one of Terry's pairs win. That would be funny.
Like
to me.
the Black Pack or something like that.
Yeah, it's either those or the Dame 7s. Like, those are the 2 pairs he has. And, I mean, he has a lot of shoes, but he doesn't disclose that. And then all of yours on the other
There's
side.
all those sitting right there.
There's all those, but we're not gonna talk about those. But yeah, we're gonna do this bracket, and we'll just let you guys vote on Instagram in the stories, and we can all find out whether I have the best pair of shoes or Bjorn has the best pair of shoes that have been done on the podcast.
I really like this. This is super fun. I'm really excited. So that's on Size 10 Podcasts on Instagram. You can also follow us on YouTube, Spotify, all their audio platforms. We've got the video on YouTube, video on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Make sure and follow our social medias. We're on Facebook. And
Instagram, Twitter,
TikTok. We don't Twitter that much. We got to get better at the Twitter. We're on TikTok. We've been posting a little.
Have we
clips
been
here and
ticking
there.
and talking?
We've been talking.
I
a bit.
haven't talked at all, but like
we've been
good
ticking
for
a bit.
us.
We've been ticking a bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna do it for this episode. This was super fun. Terry will be back next week. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Peace.